my car. And it seemed as if I could not record y'all. I don't know what's been going on. Or even if I'm somewhere else, it'll stop. Like, y'all need to get it together. Y'all need to get it together. YT. You really do. Um, dang, I'm in the hole. Look at him. So now he done went all the way to the side. So sad. Anyhow, I went to this interview, y'all. This was like the funniest thing I could ever imagine. Went to this interview. Mind you, y'all, I never applied. Oh, who's a matcha? Some matcha candy. But anyhow, went to this interview that they invited me, the company invited me on, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. I remember that I had applied to this company before, went through the whole process, and they were like, oh, yeah, well, we feel like, we selected somebody else at another time, blah, 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 woo, woo, woo. Cool, right? I didn't worry about it because I'm a person that is very determined. When I want something, I'm going to get it. I'll work for it to get it. And not only that, when I get it, it's going to be all in your face. Okay, it's going to be all in your face. Like, especially if you came at me sideways. Now I got to let you know. So, that's me. I'm not a little bit better with not putting things in people's face. But sometimes, well, I never put it in people's face who just, it's a reason. It's a reason, you know. But I done got a lot better with it because God humbled me and told me a lot, you know. You don't want that extra energy when you really start moving and developing in yourself. You don't want to have that extra unnecessary energy for real. So, oh, they done took all of what's name? I'm taking them salmons. So anywho, I went, did the interview. It was like, oh yeah, it's great. They started asking me questions, which I should have just not even told them about the package because everything changed after that. Um, did not get the position again. Oh, we don't think that you'll be a good fit. I'm like, oh, okay. And they're like, well, we'll just keep your thing on file just in case something else comes up. And I waited. I waited a whole day, and I was just like, okay, thank you for the opportunity. And I left it at that. And then I was like, what's really going on? So once again, I ended up talking to one of my old coworkers. Well, I was their supervisor then, and what happened was they ended up getting the same position once again that I trained them for, which once again let me know I was lowering my standards. I'm not seeing it, but everybody else around me is seeing it. Everybody else around me is seeing it. And I had to acknowledge that, like, okay, I've come so far. I've accomplished so much. Like, now it's time to get serious and get on my grind. And so I was like, you know what? Let me just start my own business. And so I did. So that's what I got into. But the reason why I'm making this video is because sometimes in life, you will get rejected not because of what you didn't do, but what you did do in a positive way. Ooh, apple crisp. Love apple crisp. Girl, you do not need no more effort. It's because what you did in a positive light. And when that happens, I want you to not not give up. Don't get sad. Don't take it personal. Sometimes it's the people. Sometimes it might be you. But for the most part, it's usually the other people, y'all. It's usually the other people, especially when you get into an arena and you know that arena. You worked it, and you know what you can do, and you've had evidence and proof of your work. Then you know without a shadow of a doubt, it's not your competency. It's not, if you spoke to them correctly and you spoke to them precise, and you had your stuff together, then you know it's not that either, you know. And I know there's gonna be some people who will say, well, you're taking it personal because they said that you weren't a good fit. No, I'm not taking it personal because they said that. And that's why I'm making this video. When people tell you you're not a good fit for something, they're telling you the truth. Because if you were to go into that area where and try to prove to them that you are, guess what? They're gonna treat you like trash. They are going to treat you like trash because of intimidation, because sometimes they'll think that you're not worthy enough. Don't go into those arenas. Move around. There's so many other opportunities to do what you do, you know? Make it your own. Make it your own. Don't don't take it personal. That might be God's way of opening you up to something totally and completely different. You know, had I not been rejected so much, I would have never been on that front stage in Memphis participating in the United States. You know, I would have never had my own business had I been rejected. Y'all, you have to understand it and take it for what it is. Don't take those things personal. I'm not saying that it ain't gonna hurt, because yes, it will hurt, especially when you know you've done your best and you know you have what it takes. But when someone comes out and tells you you're not a good fit for something, or we decided to select someone else that was best suited, just say okay. Okay, that's the person that you selected. You know, it's their decision. It's not your decision. If it was your decision, you'll be out there. But it's okay. You have to understand it's okay. What you do is take what you have and create your own, or go where it, I don't want to say go where you're accepted. Because some people get that mixed up. You know, like you just have to take whatever comes your way. Sometimes that happens and to build yourself. But for the most part, no. You're just as valuable as anyone else. Just get down, get on your grind, say thank you. Let that energy be. Take your space, take your energy, take your space back from them. Focus on yourself, regain your stability, focus back on yourself, and work. And work. And the next time they see you, you're going to be even better than they was before. And they're going to be sitting there like, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. Do I want some? Somebody want a muffin? I thought that was some good coffee. That's not the good coffee. Okay. I forgot to tell you guys that I had this one person that worked with me. He was above me, but in a different department than me. And one of the things he would do is he would block me from getting promoted up, because I wanted to move up towards his area, and he would block me. And I was just like, why are you doing this? Like, why? You say I'm great. You say I have the qualifications. And you know what he told me? He looked me dead in the eye and said, I know that you have something greater to offer to the world. And if you get here, you're likely to get stuck. And I refuse to have that on my conscience. Now, at the time, I was just like, man, that's some bull crap, blah, blah, blah. You know, I need to get this, my money, blah, blah, this. Long story short, I left. Um, but look at me now. I would have went just the way he said it. You know, sometimes things like that happen. They just do. They just do. So don't take it personal. Um, Work on yourself. Work on your craft. You don't have to be mean to people, especially if they've been very mean and belligerent to you. You don't have to be like that. Just be nice, be cordial, and keep it moving. So, on that, I'm going to go off here. Hopefully, something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. Bye.